kañcana varaṇa virāja suvēśā kānana kuṇḍala kuñcita kēśā. In this caupāī, you see a physical description. According to the typical Toms, Dicks and Harrys, a literal interpretation would be to immerse yourself in the physical handsomeness of Hanumān, the Superman. But what's in it for you and me, here and now? Well, as we already know, Hanumān is nothing but our prāṇa, or more specifically, our prāṇā-maya kosha, which is one of the 5 sheaths that we are endowed with during this particular lifetime. And what are the other 4 sheaths are what are covered in this caupāī. The first 2 in the first line, the last 2 in the last line. So let's go one by one. It goes from the grossest to the subtlest, leaving out, of course, the prāṇā-maya kosha, which is Hanumān himself. Kañcana varaṇa, we say. That is the golden hue. That is the color the physicality has, the annamaya kosha has. And what does that mean? Color, remember, is always complementary. What you see is not what it is, because what you see is what it reflects. So if you see something is golden, that means it is not golden. It is everything but golden. And therefore it reflects only the golden and keeps everything else to itself. That is the nature of our physical body, the annamaya kosha. And why is it an attribute of our prāṇā-maya kosha? Because that is the grossest sheath, in fact, that it wears, just as a part of a mask in this leela or play or drama. And golden is always very attractive. So it just reflects what is attractive and keeps for itself whatever is not, which is what we are supposed to do whenever we do charity, to keep things which are not so attractive to us, to ourselves, and to give things which are attractive to not only us but to the receiver as the real charity. Next, we look at virāja suvēśā. Most people would just translate this as the clothing. Yes, it is a clothing in the form of a sheath. But which sheath? It's the psychological sheath. It is the emotional mind, the navarasas that we exhibit. And how are they? Virāja suvēśā. That is royal. The emotions that are expressed by our prāṇā-maya kosha, or the breath, the very life, the vital force, is in its psychological sense that which is royal. The emotions expressed are royal in nature. Then we come to kānana kuṇḍala. Now what is heard is very important, because that is the subtlest of the 5 senses. And by kuṇḍala, we are referring to the intellectual sheath, jnānamaya kosha, and what it absorbs is the Vedas. The kuṇḍala, which is the earring, represents the Vedas, the ultimate wisdom of the Shrutis, the true understanding that I alone am and nothing else is. Shivoham, Shivoham. As Adi Shankaracharya says in the Nirvana Shatkam, in which he negates everything that we think we are and comes to say Shivoham, Shivoham. And that's essentially the Vedic knowledge in essence, represented beautifully by Adi Shankaracharya. Kuñcita kēśā, curly hairs. What does that mean? The ānandamaya kosha, exuberant in mukti, in moksha, while being alive as a jivan mukta. It just goes and takes its own form. That is our kuñcita kēśā, represents the ānandamaya kosha, the bliss body or the bliss sheath. That is the ultimate sheath. And once there, we have already cognized and exist in unison with who we really are as Atma, otherwise whatever else you may call it as Paramatma, Brahman, Parabrahman, etc. See you in the next caupāī.